All right, time to bring the battlefield to life. Let's add some enemy tanks. When the scene opens, you should already see enemy tanks moving across the stage, bouncing off walls, and navigating the map on their own. Let's break down how we get there. Step 1. The enemy tank sprite. Just like with the player, we start by drawing our enemy tank. Use a different color so it's easy to tell them apart. Create 2 costumes. One for the default look, one for the hit animation later on. Don't forget to name your sprite and its costumes properly. Step 2. Cloning the enemy. We don't want just one enemy. We want to create clones. So in the main script, when green flag clicked, hide, this hides the main enemy sprite template. Then use a custom block or another sprite to create a few clones. Now let's focus on what each clone does. Then, when I start as a clone, first use the go to X and Y blocks to position the enemy. We'll take a quick snapshot of its starting position. This helps us place it where we want on the map. Point in direction 90. That's facing right by default. Step 3. The enemy AI loop inside a forever loop. Here's the logic. If touching the edge, then move back 12 steps. Move negative 12 steps. This simulates bouncing off the edge. Turn right at a random angle between 15 and 250 degrees. This gives it a new direction, not just a simple reverse. Wait 0.2 seconds. Adds a pause before moving again. Then, whether it hit an edge or not, move 1 step forward, a slow, steady crawl across the screen. This simple loop gives the enemy just enough behavior to feel alive. It roams, reacts, and makes the battlefield feel dynamic, even though it's just bouncing off the edges. Why it works? It's predictable enough to feel fair, but random enough to keep players on their toes. First, we need to duplicate the player's bullet to create the enemy bullet. Change the color. Next, create 2 variables, bullet X and bullet Y. Now it's time to give the enemy tank some bite. Let's add bullets and make them shoot automatically at random intervals. Bullet X and bullet Y. We will use them in the enemy shooting logic. This script will live inside the enemy tank clone. So, when I start as a clone, add a forever loop. Inside that loop, wait for a random time. Pick a number between 1 and 5 seconds. This makes enemy shooting feel unpredictable. Set up the bullet's starting position. We'll use our 2 variables to store the enemy's position. Bullet X, set to the enemy's X position. Bullet Y, set to the enemy's Y position. Then, create a clone of the bullet. And that's it. Now the enemy knows when to shoot. Now let's handle how the bullet behaves. Step 2. Bullet clone behavior. Go over to the bullet sprite, and in the When I Start as a Clone block, here's what we do. Go to the bullet's X and Y position, use go to X, bullet X, Y, bullet Y. This places the bullet exactly where the enemy is. Point towards the player tank. This makes the bullet aim at the player's current location. Show the bullet sprite. Repeat until the bullet touches the edge or hits the player. Inside the loop, move 6 steps. Once the bullet hits something or reaches the edge, delete the clone. And that's it. You've now given your enemies the power to shoot. It's unpredictable, it's reactive, and it adds just the right amount of pressure for the player. Later on, you can improve this by making enemies aim more accurately, firing only when the player is within range, or even adding cool fire effects. But for now, we've got automated random directional enemy fire, and it feels awesome in-game.